Hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this amazing conversation on nutrition. I have to thank Tetra Pak for just taking the step forward and saying, let's do this, because I could never have imagined in my wildest dreams that we would be having such an amazing conversation around food. Obviously, this journey would not have been complete without the science, the input of nutritionists. And today, Harriet joins me again. She's a professional nutritionist, experienced 13 years, not those people who WhatsApp you a diet and tell you do this. And I'm sure you've noticed I've got company. The company is Mama Wambo.
Yes.
And DJ Mo.
Yeah.
You're not Baba Wambo. I don't go there.
Why are you calling me Mama Wambo and name DJ Mo, by the way?
But let's just start here.
Okay. So
how long have I known you?
For me, many
Before
years.
him.
Yes.
Yes. Before him. Yes.
Hello.
Now, I want to just recap our last conversation because we really centered on family and children. Yeah. And before I come to some transgressions from some people, we talked about fussy eaters,
yes,
feeding our children,
yeah,
and of course the Maliza doctrine. I just wanted to know, Mama Wambo, how long are we feeding for? Are you Team Maliza?
Lazima tumalize. 1 hour, 1 hour. Lazima tutaimba, tutadance, tutarukaruka, but we have to finish. I'm Team Maliza food. But that's motherhood. That's being a good mom, right?
Yeah, that's being a good mom.
What do you mean?
Because according to you, it's being a good mom.
But food is love.
Yeah, food is love.
Yeah, food is love.
And the more food the baby eats, the better nourished they are.
Yes.
According to every layman, parents. But it's not about the quantity of the food.
It's about?
Good nutrition is about the quality of the food. How nutrition dense is that food?
But you see, sisi tukimezo venye tumelelewa, unapiga kiugali kikubwa na stew. Chakula ijae kwa sahani, mtoto akule ashibe. That's what we...
That's why I brought it up, because
yes,
when Harriet and I were speaking the last time,
yeah,
first and foremost, you showed me everybody needs to understand the size of your stomach is the size of your fist.
Yeah.
Yes, Mo, even you. Even you. I just like a mini dume. No, the size of your stomach is the size of your fist.
Yes.
So imagine ati kiugali ni kikubwa na stew. Na mtoto ni huyo.
But sasa umeenda hosi umeambiwa mtoto yuko underweight. What are you supposed to do as a mom?
Actually, Harriet, there.
Because like my baby personally is underweight.
Yeah.
And alizaliwa underweight and nataka sasa grown amekuwa underweight all through. What am I supposed to do? Because that's what I think. Chakula tukule tunono.
So that is the problem. In your mind, you want to compare your child with other children of the same age. But the child was born an underweight. Yes. So what you need to be worried about is the curve going up. Is the baby gaining the weight? Because they have their own road to health. So that is what will determine how well your child is doing. Because you don't expect them to do well as a child who was born at overweight, over almost 4.5 kilos.
This is true.
So they can't have the same graph. They can't eat the same. Having been born underweight means that even the body organs were slightly smaller.
Yes.
So they may not contain...
Because it was 34 weeks.
Yes. They may not contain what a child born at 42 weeks, big, can contain. Yes, and I understand your worry because many times even in the clinic, I have worked in the MCH, I love working and weighing children. We just tell, if there is no time, you don't have time to explain. So it's about the curve. It's not about how heavy the child is, but the curve. Are they gaining? Is there progress? Of course, there's something that you can do in terms of the density and how nutritious the food is so that you make sure that your child has an added advantage. They are getting slightly more. And after how long do you feed?
We feed after 2 hours.
So if you're feeding
every 2 hours, 2 hours.
Okay, you say after every 2 hours, but they feed for 1 hour. Yes. So basically, it's 1 hour is feeding, so they are eating after 1 hour.
But now we don't eat like heavy foods. We eat we can feed food. Then after 2 hours, we take a fruit.
Yes.
Or a yogurt or a snack. Then after 2 hours, we feed now another chunk.
So the
of food.
thing is small, frequent meals. So you don't have to force them to finish that food. Small, frequently. Because why have you increased and you're feeding after every 2 hours, not 3 times, not 4 times? Because you want the child to have the advantage of eating more than the child who can eat a big plate at one sitting. But now children know when they are full.
How can a child knows they are full?
Because getting full is the body that tells you that you're full.
But no, I don't. Mom, I not agree.
How comes when you serve your food
Yes.
and you have a buffet, there's a function or in your house, you have served all of it, why then do you leave food on your plate and you don't want your child to leave food on her plate? Because you got full. So the same body, the same way your body functions, the same way your child's body functions.
No, Mawambo,
So
you
you
turned that one off. How does a child know they are full?
Yes.
Funny,
How does a child know ameshibaje? Because
There's a communication
from their brain
from their stomach to the hypothalamus in the brain.
But I'm not. Wacha tuachie hapo. I'm not.
And you know what,
Can we
Caroline?
agree?
This is how, as moms, we reason.
Yes.
We think that these children, they don't know what to eat and when and how much. But if we learn to listen to them, one, we have them. They develop a good relationship with food. They don't look at eating time as a time when I have to be forced to finish the food.
Actually, mine
Yes,
looks at eating
but
time
many
as a
times they
torture.
will. My daughter is 2. She will say, "Mami, nimeshiba." So you can try to put 1 or 2, but the minute they are full, that's when they'll start keeping food in their mouth. They'll start running around. Their focus shifts from the food because they're already feeling full.
I have learned something.
Yeah, so if you're going to keep feeding small frequent meals, then let it be small frequent, not large frequent meals.
You understand? It's how we agree.
And the spacing.
Tulikuwa tunaletewa chakula and then the road is next. They don't even tell you something. Food and the road. So you know what it means.
na kaslipa hapo kwanza
You know what it means.
Ama mwiko. Mwiko ilikuwa inafanya kazi.
Yes.
Which also brings me to something else. And I'm sure everybody's looking at me wondering, Caroline, are you going to ask Mama Wambo, why are you boiling long life milk, Mom? What's wrong?
Why?
Because you cannot trust milk that has not gone through fire. It is not healthy and it's not safe for consumption. Hata sasa hivi nasijui nani ameniwekea hii maziwa hapa ni kunywa na iko kwa glass, meaning haijapita kwa moto.
Nasikii ikiwa moto.
Na sisikii ikiwa moto.
Wow.
Okay, Harriet, honestly, if I try, she's not going to believe me. And remember, she opened a huge, properly, long life milk. Alafu ukachemusha.
Si ndio?
No. I don't know. I know.
Okay.
Utacha ugeto kidogo. And remember, okay, so I know that other one before long life. See, tunafungua tunachemsha because there was no fridge, and then it stays. But this one is long life. It's long.
What do you mean long life?
Help,
What do you mean
help,
long life?
Help.
I love
See,
her
maziwa ni
questions
maziwa.
and I love how she's talking because that's how many mothers are.
Yes.
That's how we were brought up.
Yes.
That milk comes and on the fire. And every other thing we have to
Kuna mtu
cook
alikuwa
it.
anatembeanga akituambia mchemshe maziwa, ama mkumbuki ya watu walikuwa wanatembeanga mchemshe maziwa, health
Grew up with you.
hao ni watoto wa mababi. Sasa sisi wenye tumelelewa Kenya.
Actually, Harriet, you're right.
Yes.
If something has not touched heat and fire, it is not safe.
for consumption.
Yes. And that is not just about milk. That's why as Africans we have trouble eating salads, which are very healthy, because we believe we have to cook them.
Ujapika.
Ujapika, why are you serving it to me?
Which is why we don't eat sushi.
Yeah, sikuli sushi mimi, sili sushi mimi. That's why I'm saying if I'm protecting my home, Caroline.
I hear you.
I'm protecting my people, I'm protecting my family. Maziwa kama haijashika moto haikunyiki.
Okay, so you must remember water boils at 98.
98,
which means your sufuria can boil that milk until kedo 97, 98. For milk to be 100% safe.
Yes.
I think you told me this. It has to boil, and the one in the Tetra Pak is boiled to what?
The one in the Tetra Pak, it's heat processed.
Yes.
When we talk about long life milk,
What is heat processed?
long life milk is ultra heat treated milk.
Yes.
That way, it's not boiled on an open sufuria like this. Because of the quantities, these large quantities that are processed. So from the farm, they are stored well in terms of where the milk is collected. the processing, the storage, by the time they are transported, they ensure that they are at the right temperatures. You have seen it on the roads, those big tankers that are written milk.
Yes.
So the tankers are made in a way that no germs can come in also. So during transportation, again, the temperature is maintained. Once they get to the farm, there's a lot of quality checks in terms of the moisture content, the nutrient content, and then now it goes through pipes. It's an open, like it's a closed system. The milk is passed through heat all the way up to 135. Some companies will go up to 140. So between 135 and 140. So what does that do? It is a quick method. It's not like we're taking long like your milk and you're there checking whether it will pour or not. So it is a mechanized system that goes all the way up to 135, 140. And then the milk is held there for 4 seconds.
So inachemshwa mpaka
35.
35.
Hotter than your sufuria.
Hotter than your sufuria. Then it is held. So
4 seconds.
4 seconds. So during that, all the bacteria that are in the milk, the E. coli, the Salmonella, Listeria, those Caroline said she didn't want terminology, so we won't go to the terminology. So all the pathogens in the milk, any other thing that is harmful to your body, it is killed at that above 100 degrees temperature. Then it is held to make sure that they are all dead and then cooled down. As it's cooled down, homogenization takes place, the process of breaking the milk.
Yes.
So the fat globules in the milk, they are broken, they are beaten up to smooth. So that way, it goes direct into a packet, like this or what Caroline has.
This one.
That packet has got 6 layers. 6 layers from 1, 2, 3 to make sure they are compressed.
This thing is thin. Where are the 6 layers? Mama, this thing is not thin. This thing is thick. I dare you. By the way, I tried it.
Where are the 6 layers?
Kwanza, actually, you can see here. Okay. And I'll turn it. Can you see?
Yeah.
If you pull on the edge. Can you see that?
Oh.
Oh, there you go. There
so these are the layers you're talking about.
That means nothing can go in.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So direct from that system into the packaging. And therefore, unless somebody opens that cap or you cut the edge of the pack, that is the only way you get the milk out.
Wait a minute. Easy layers, are they food friendly?
Yes, they are.
Because the milk is touching the layer inside.
The layer inside is food grade paper.
You see why she's here? Kazi yangu ni kukuwa mkurugenzi mkuu.
Oh, unajua mimi nilikuwa naogopanga hiyo karatasi.
Oh, the one in the inside?
Yes. So that's why I boil my milk, because there's a paper inside. And so I can't give people in my house things because the paper and the paper is touching the milk. The milk.
Yes.
So naona hiyo ni uchafu already.
Especially
your fears are valid.
Yes.
No, actually, now that she puts it that way, her fear is valid. She's like, what is this thing that's touching the milk and you're telling me to pour it from here into a glass?
Into a glass.
So the quality of the paper used. Right, and sometimes not even the one inside. Somebody asked, then where are the writings? Where are the writings? So the writings, there is paper that can be written on the second layer. So all the way up to the inside, then we make sure that the milk as it comes in now, it's normally, before it's packaged, it's a thin sheet. So the packaging process also ensures that there is no air that is sealed inside. There are no germs.
No germs.
It's a sterile environment. So therefore, there is no chance of contaminating this milk. It is sealed right from the factory.
Now, okay, another thing, I'm going to ask one last question. You know, I thought maybe human beings are the ones who handle the milk. So in that process, yote hakuna binadamu, ni machine tu.
Ni machine tu.
Umenielewa?
Everything is set, rolling.
So hakuna binadamu anashika.
After the whole process.
The whole process. Yes. So there's no hiyo machine zenyu ama mtu unajua, you know what I'm saying. I know you do, it looks stupid, but
no, it isn't.
They are good, like in that
your fears
factory,
are valid.
But maziwa ikiingia kuna mtu atashika hiyo maziwa ama hakuna binadamu atashika hiyo maziwa.
Hapana, and that's why I started by telling you it's not an open sufuria system like you do in your kitchen. No, it is mechanized. So at the end of the tunnel, then the milk goes into the packets.
Yes,
packed, sealed by machines.
Ni machine kubwa. Hakuna mtu anashika.
Hakuna mtu anashika. Imesetiwa tu, ni digital.
There you go.
Ni digital.
I get you. But your fears are valid. I take it back. No, I take it back. I was like, what is she doing? But your fears are valid. But I need to say this, and Harriet, this is important for me. Milk was for him.
Yes.
Nice to meet another adult who loves milk.
I love milk. Oh my God.
Nice to meet another adult who loves milk. Because you know, I was sitting there thinking, is he okay with the idea that actually the milk was for him? And I realized you don't have a problem with the fact that you drink milk.
I love milk.
Mo loves milk. Even sometimes he'll take ugali and milk.
But the way that one works.
Yes, he takes ugali and milk. He
and I can
loves
do that
milk.
whole week.
Yes.
Comfortably. I love milk.
So Harriet, you know, it's not. Finally, I have company. Adults who love milk drink it at home, like Mo.
Yeah.
They drink it at home because if I sit in a restaurant and ask for a glass of milk,
people think
guys are like, nah, kitu ingine, nah. So could you please give us freedom as adults to have milk? Can we have milk?
Yes, you can. There's no reason why you cannot have milk. Remember, in our previous discussions, we talked about the nutrition content of milk.
Yes.
It is balanced. There's no milk, there's no other food that is as balanced in terms of nutrition and containing enough nutrients like milk. It has your carbohydrates, it has some fat, proteins, vitamin D, vitamin A, selenium. You know, micronutrients.
Are you okay?
Phosphorus, calcium.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, phosphorus, calcium. So when you look at it, and most of the time it's written on the pack. You can see the nutrition content on the pack. So it makes it important for you and I.
Yes.
But what happens? In our homes and in our setups, we grew up knowing milk is for the children.
Yes.
So, and like me, I'm a firstborn. I'm a firstborn. There are 4 kids. Oh my goodness. Yes. Depending on how you were brought up and where you came from.
And as people like us, a majority.
Yes. So like my case, I'm a firstborn. There are other children behind me. So by the time they are getting to number 3 and number 4, number 1 no longer is given milk.
That's true.
Because maziwa ni ya mtoto.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yes. So that is it's how we have learned from our homes, and we have to unlearn to look at milk from the nutrient value, not from ni chakula ya mtoto. And we embrace it so that you don't have to be embarrassed. You know, you said another adult, but an adult male, even many men will not take milk because
actually
they look,
men don't like take. They wanna inakanganika kwa mashi. Wanaoneka society taona mashi.
Wanapenda sana mala.
But mala looks tough.
Yeah, it looks like a man. Mala inakaa mwanaume.
So when you go in a restaurant and ask for fresh whatever, itakuwa ni.
You will not get it.
I didn't know that. So, and I know we've talked about, but we're talking about family.
Yes.
And we can't just talk about the children. So I am very much like him. Love my milk cold. So this is the other thing. I like my milk cold.
You know what happened actually? Me, I had heard about Long Life through a friend called Same. And so when I went, it was my time to shine.
Yes.
So I told her, why are you boiling? I didn't have all these reasons. I didn't know all these things.
Why are you boiling?
But I knew you are not supposed
nilikuwa
na shine because I knew you're not supposed to boil Long Life. But I didn't have
the facts.
The facts.
Yeah.
You see, boiling is a way of treating milk.
Yes.
We said long life milk is ultra heat treated, so that is another way of processing milk. So therefore long life milk is already processed.
He knew, he was trying to shine.
I was trying to shine.
Ukaitisha maziwa.
Nikaitisha maziwa. Na mimi ndio nilikuwa nimenunua nilikuwa nimenunua specifically Long Life. Mimi nilinunua na nikamtuma na nikaweka pahali. So she's taking all that time.
You're like maziwa wangu
kwa ananunua because anaenda kuboil.
Sasa si bwana kuniambia hiyo kinyume leta maziwa ni different. Sasa
do you two want a
no,
moment?
We shall continue.
Okay. All right. So what I want to know is when he first started having milk, did you look at him like sasa huyu ni nani nimeoa?
Nilishangaa by the way.
Yeah, because
I was shocked because most adults don't take milk.
Yeah.
But nilirealize huyu anapenda maziwa sana and actually nilishangaa alikujaje na Long Life milk kwa tuseme ukweli kumetoka. Huyu amelele ushago.
Yes.
So anapendanga ile ushago. Anapenda ile maziwa inapigwa ngwa.
Yes.
Ile iko kwa kibuyu unaipiga tang 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 alafu boil. So that's what he normally brings at home. Kuna tu tuletea. So mi nimezoea ikikuja ina boil. Alafu anapenda kula ile cream ya juu.
Perfect. After boiling.
That one we know. From when we were home.
Siko naelewa. Bwana ni
kwanza koka kitu.
There's something about it.
And then nyumba yetu tumezoea hiyo cause that's his favorite. Hiyo maziwa ya boil. Sasa sijui Sam aliniedicate akaniacha hapo hanging.
So that day nikakuja na long life sasa.
Yeah, so now you know that
now
you don't have to boil it because already it's processed. So you're boiling it, then makes no value. You're not adding any value to that milk. You can heat it slightly if you want it, or maybe for your child, or you like warm milk. There are people who like warm milk.
Another question.
Yeah.
There's this notion that we can't give our children long life milk. Actually, juzi tulikuwa tunaongea na my nanny, then she was like, ile baba ambao alileta tusipe mtoto hiyo haitakuwa mzuri kwa mtumbo ya mtoto.
Inakaa hata miezi 9.
Actually, so that we talked about this. I want to know because alinikataza, like she was like no. And she went, bought pasteurized milk,
ile tunajua
akaboil, akasema mama ambo sipe mtoto hiyo maziwa.
And it is because we believe anything that does not go bad cannot be good.
Yes.
We believe in what is making it not go bad? Aina preservatives na hizo.
No, that is the processing. The processing and then the packaging. Remember I talked about it being airtight.
So
and for as long as it is locked, nothing goes in.
So
no air, nothing comes out. No.
Nice.
It's not
because
preserved.
We all think, because what she told me, hiyo maziwa iko na preservatives. Because inakaaje 6 months, hatuwezi pea mtoto. That was what she said. And I was like, I agreed totally. I was like, hey, okay, wacha sisi tutakunywa.
Yes, lakini watoto tuendelee na
tukatafute.
No, let me tell you.
I think every other mom, you see from our comments after you uploaded that video,
yes,
every other comment, that was the worry.
Yes.
How? Long life, all this time.
You see, what makes food go bad? What will make food, besides milk, what makes food go bad?
Exposure to
pathogens.
Yes,
you know, that is what causes food to get spoiled. So this kawaida milk, normally, because it hasn't gone to those temperatures, there's still a lot of some pathogens that will pass the milk. That's why you find somebody coming to the hospital and we find they have brucella, they have salmonella, and then we trace it back to the milk.
Brucella. Okay.
That one is common.
So kama yenye tunachemshanga tukienda ushago ile ng'ombe, how can we make it safe for drinking?
It was made safe for drinking here.
Yeah. So afadhali tununue hii.
Yes. No shortcut, and I told you.
Yeah, so now the process is what makes it stay
so the best
for that long.
Is this.
Yes. Because the pathogens were killed.
Exactly.
Actually, by the way,
to Shosho.
This is what you should take to Shosho.
Perfect. Now that's the solution.
You should take it to Shosho.
Yes.
Because Shosho needs to be.
And she doesn't need to have a fridge.
Yes.
She doesn't need to have a fridge. Once it's like this, it stays at room temperature.
Hey,
is she you will she
light bulb we made a ting. Okay, sawa.
No, it's because Shosho goes through a lot with the milk. It's not safe. So I think this is what.
And you see, you just need
and
to
she's
buy
old. She's 100.
Yeah, you buy the carton.
Yeah, and she's old. She's 100. You see.
Yeah. The only thing that you also have to remember is that once you open it now, remember when you open and
now
you've broken the seal.
Oh.
You know there is a seal underneath the cup.
Yes.
So once you break the cup, that minute as you pour out, the air can go back when there are pathogens. So when you open, use it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you can't finish like in your house, keep it in the fridge and then use it later.
So I can comfortably, for example, sometimes the day is hot. Can I and some mtoi unataka tu afraie like my small boy. Can I just give him the milk because sometimes
that is why we have even fancy packages like this. You just need the straw, remove, put inside. And they take it. They are good to go. In fact, it prevents a lot of infection because by the time you pour it into a cup, you know the cup, the holding of the cup, but when they drink it right from here, from the packet through the straw, and they finish.
She's a shortcut.
It is mother of. If it is not work, it is not motherhood. These ones. these
but
ones.
I'm being liberated.
Yeah, but I'm hearing you.
Today.
However, back to adults and milk. So, can you give other people who are not as strong as Mo and myself permission to consume milk? Mala, apparently Mala ni mwanaume. What else? How else can they take their milk?
You can take it through mala, yogurt. You can use that to take smoothies. If you can't stand the taste of milk, some people will say I can't stand the taste. Put it in your smoothies.
Okay.
You can make some dishes.
Yes.
You can make it in the dish. You can include it as part of your ingredient in the dishes, and then you're good to go.
But adults can have milk.
They can have milk.
But something else, and Mo, you will attest to this. There's value in milk. There's an udosi in milk. Like, ikiwa maziwa yenyu, ikiwa chai yenyu kuna maziwa mingi, nyinyi wadosi. In fact, you
have money.
You have money.
Yes.
So milk in itself has value.
Yes.
You know, it's almost a luxury product. If you visit people and you take milk, you know, there's hesh. So beyond, you know, all the nutrients you've told us, hey, by the way, you and the periodic table, you know them all. But they're truly, when you think about it, culturally, mentally, milk is valuable.
Yes, it is.
It's valuable.
Depending on where you grew up. Because some people can barely afford or could barely afford.
Yes.
Now, the family size also.
Yes, like you said.
I mean, you're 10 people.
Like our family.
Yeah, so for you to get that thick tea, then you have to do so many packets. So it depends on where you grew up.
Yes.
But also we are saying it's about the nutrients that you get from the milk.
True.
If you put too much water, then it's a bit diluted. It's very diluted. That
Nylon,
means
they call it nylon.
Yes, nylon tea.
What is that? I've heard that story.
Transparent tea.
But how is it tea?
Ni maji tu imewekwa kala ya maziwa.
For what?
As in, okay, you see ours, we were 7 kids plus baba na mama. Maziwa ni mo.
And because if it's
alafu
not
nyinyi
white,
wote lazima mkunywe hiyo chai ya maziwa moja, sasa mtafanya.
And again, you see, if it's not white, si chai.
Si chai. So it is a mentality.
So just do something.
Alafu asubuhi kenda shule utasema wetu tulikunywa chai, si strong tea.
That's it.
Strong tea.
Yeah.
Oh, so si strong tea. Yes. Iron.
Yes. Oh, uko poa. You are upgraded a little.
Yes.
In fact, when you talk to people, there's somebody who will tell you, kwetu tulikuwa maskini hata tunge afford maziwa. Yeah.
You can imagine right now, ulikuwa unasema it's something of value. Eh?
Yes.
Imagine ukienda visit someone, then they ask you in their own house, I come visit you, then you what will you take? Then you can be, I don't want tea, I just want a cup of milk. Utabeba wa mgeni aje.
Hiyo mgeni hajui economy.
Wa mgeni atakupeleka hasara juu sasa chai ingekunywa na watu wengi.
Just imagine.
Maziwa hiyo moja ni hata kunywa peke yake.
I don't want water.
Yeah, that is so true.
Even you.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't want tea, I just want a
Okay, so which brings me to something else.
Yes.
Once again, value of milk. People who went to boarding school,
Yeah.
people who carried long life milk,
they were rich. Me, I saw the first long life milk in State House Girls. And I was like, kwani uko na maziwa haiaribikangi? The first day of the term to the last day anatoanga tu kwa box. So I'm like, which is this milk? Thank God, at least now the prices have gone down. Like
it's almost the same as,
and anyone can
but literally,
buy,
I mean, so maybe we've also made up stories about why we don't incorporate milk to kind of cover the fact that we can't afford it.
Yes.
We can't. We can't.
Gosh. I almost want to
Caroline, where were you born?
No. We're not doing that conversation at all, because we've got other things to talk about. Wait. But now, and I'm coming back to you, it has been agreed. If you're like me and DJ Mo, have your milk.
Anytime.
Straight up.
We actually need to do that challenge. Eh?
Yes.
Go in a restaurant, take a glass of milk.
You can have it.
Yes.
In public.
Confident.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you must look like strong man, have mala. However, there are questions for you, but I have a feeling they also apply to this one.
Yes.
You were asked questions about eating for two when pregnant. Did you eat for two?
Yeah, I ate for two.
For the first one?
For the first one, I breastfeed for two. You know, in your breastfeeding, you eat for two. I did all those things. Luckily, at least then I learned afterwards. But I did. I added
Where does
weight.
that come from? Because it's a question that was asked. The eating for two etc. Harriet, what are your views?
It goes back to the community where we come from. And that notion that you're pregnant, now you need to eat more, which is good, but how much is this more?
Yes.
How much is this more? Of course, a baby growing in your womb raises your dietary requirements.
True.
Right from proteins, the calories, the iron, the calcium, you know, the phosphorus that we were talking about earlier on, the fats, and so
back to a periodic table.
there is a need to eat slightly more than you are eating, but the question is how much more?
Yes.
In the first trimester, you need about 70 kilocalories per kg body weight.
We do not even have a calculator. So, if we used to eat 2 eggs for breakfast, how many more?
Okay, let me see how to break this to come. What we are saying that you need an extra, and I can convert that 70 for you. Allow me to look at my notes to how much
we used to have
milk.
2 eggs, we don't eat 4.
You don't eat 4.
See, we're eating for 2 now.
You have to make, okay, sorry.
So maybe
You
we
can
need
eat
an
one.
extra,
You
an
eat
extra one.
Yeah, an extra one, or you increase the number of days you used to take it, because you are probably not taking it every day.
Okay.
So what you're going to do, then if you would used to take it twice a week, you take it thrice a week.
Not at today I need 4 eggs.
No,
I used
yes,
to have
and
2.
tomorrow 4.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
If it's in a glass of milk, for example, in that 1 cup of milk, which is around 240 to 50 mLs, will give you 149 kilocalories.
Okay.
So if you just increased by having an extra glass of milk, then you're going towards meeting your needs.
Okay.
If you increase by the quantity, the size of plate that you are eating with, because that's what we use at home. I think that is what the language that you will understand.
Yes.
If you used to eat this size of a plate, then you can add in a half of that, or a quarter of the quantities that you're used to, just to create for your needs, for your requirement. But basically also when you're pregnant, what goes more is the value of the micronutrients, not the macro. And I will explain. The macro is carbohydrate, protein, and fats. The micro is those minerals, the vitamins. That is what goes up.
That's what you need more of.
That's what you need more of, because what is happening to you, there is cell division, there is a body part developing for the baby in your in your tummy, and there is need for proper conversion, even for transferring nutrients from your body through the placenta into the child.
Yes.
That is why you will see that we will give a supplement for pregnant women.
True.
But in terms of the larger, again, it also depends how was your nutrition status before you got pregnant. Because when you eat for 2 and initially you are overweight, yes, there is still a need to up what you're eating.
Yes.
But what has happened is by the time somebody is having a baby, my first pregnancy, I added 21 kilos.
Wow.
21 kilos.
I'm told, by the way, you can put on all the 21 kilos you want.
Yes.
When baby comes out, baby comes with their 3.5.
It was actually, my baby was 2.9.
2.9.
But of course I had a medical condition.
Yes.
So if you're eating and if you're eating, you gain that much. That baby, that's why if you look at the normal weight of birth weight, it's 2.5 all the way to like 3.5.
Yes.
So you don't need to eat this much and gain 20 kilos.
Ati because atunajenga mtoto. Mtoto utoka na 3.5 yako hiyo wengine unawachiwa.
Unajua hii ni kitu tume learn.
Yes.
Mama zetu, shosho zetu, guka zetu, ancestors.
And that is why we need to change our mind. It's not about the quantity.
But you see sisi wote tuna dealing na
macro.
Kama ni kiugali unaipiga kiugali. Unaona? So hebu just differentiate between macro
That's why
and
now
micro.
The micro ni vitamins na minerals. Tunazipata wapi? Mostly from vegetables, from fruits.
Yes.
So even when you increase your quantities, you still need the carbohydrate, which is mostly from the cereals and the legumes. But that you need to still limit. You don't double that, but increase your vegetables, increase your fruits, increase your salads, take in a lot of water. so that you're full. And then the micronutrients with the supplements that you get right through pregnancy, they are able to be taken care of. Yeah.
I like that. I like that because I have a feeling it will be a conversation that will keep going again.
Yes.
But now let me go back to Mo, because Appa, do you want a notebook? Because the way you are right now, madam, you want to take notes? Yeah.
No, I'm really
I even have a pink pen to match your outfit.
But I should keep this.
So before the babies came, what did the fridge look like, and what does it look like after the babies came?
There's a huge difference.
Tell me about
There's a huge difference. Okay, right now I'm keeping a lot of proteins, milk, yogurt. Nini ingine may change?
And nimeona siku hizi
veggies and all that.
Probably it's not empty. You know,
it's
before
not empty.
The fridges
now
are normally empty.
It's always full of things. Kitambo ilikuwa una grab a pizza. Siku imeisha. Today you're not cooking, you're not cooking. Life was so, life was so free. Yeah. But now it's, also we have timetables. We have to cook, all those things, yeah.
No, because the only reason I asked that question is,
yes,
there's a lot of young families watching this, and you can tell just from Mama Wambo is that, she's still doing it must be a struggle motherhood. If it's not crazy, if we're not feeding every 2 hours, if we're not walking around with a spoon, then it's not motherhood. But I don't know. I just wanted you to wrap this up by giving us, Harriet's Nutrition for Family 101, one thing we need to keep in mind as we try to be healthier about how we feed our families.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's what's your end goal? What's your end goal in your kitchen?
Healthy kids.
Healthy kids.
Yeah.
So if you want healthy kids, have a healthy pantry, have a healthy fridge. You can't want healthy kids and it's full of junk.
True.
You can't want healthy kids and it's full of fatty foods. You can't want healthy kids and it's full of, squashes that are very high in sugar. You see, so you have to go back and realize that what I keep is what the kids will grab. I believe most of us, this lockdown and not going out taught us a lot because it's what that is in the kitchen that the kids were eating. Yeah. And now that they have gone back to school, we have seen the difference in terms of the uniforms, the shoe sizes, and everything.
So watu who came back to school different.
totally different. And to work, also back to work, because most of the offices are opening now. Yeah, so it's right from the shopping. You have to have that in mind, that if I don't want unhealthy kids, then I don't bring junk home. It can be a treat once in a while.
True.
They look forward to it. Remember our discussion about you can even reward them.
Yes.
Like that, because they know mama treats us once in a while. So it's not an everyday. So what you keep in your house is how your babies will be. Teach them, involve them. Food preparation, have in mind what your goal is. So stock up healthy, cook healthy. That is what you're going to get in your pantry. That's what you're going to get in your fridge. Yeah.
It's true. Healthy in, healthy out.
Yes.
We can only get what we put in.
Yes.
Mo, you and I will have a glass of milk soon.
Yes.
We will meet for milk. The guys are like, let's hook up for a drink. Let's hook up for coffee. Let's meet for milk soon. Let's hook up for milk soon. Nobody says it because as adults, we cannot have milk. It's like,
that's your listeners are looking at you like, who says that?
Who says that? As adults, we cannot have milk. I love milk. But I'm very much like him. We can only drink it at home because if we order one, ati tumekaa Java hivi tu, ati tunaitisha maziwa baridi. That thing will be tweeted. Tweet now. As for you, hizi stories za kutembea na kijiko.
Nimeacha. Tuseme tu long life.
Long life.
Long life. He has become my best friend now.
It doesn't want a pesa, to be honest.
Yes.
This daily thing is not really
save a lot of money.
It doesn't work.
Yes. You save fuel.
Yeah.
You save time because you have to keep checking whether it's coming, it's gonna
and
pour
also
over
when you're
or not.
A busy mom, you have to keep on every day going back home with milk. Ukisahau unapigia bwana unamwambia ukipitia na maji. So babe, no more stress for you. And month tunanunua tu maziwa.
My job is done. Comment below. Look for Harriet. And by the way, I'm finishing just because I think you need a sidebar with her. She's concerned that if she does not feed baby every 2 hours, or as Mo says, every hour, because they spend 1 hour walking around, 1 hour break, 1 hour back to feeding, baby won't grow. We hope we have enlightened your life, changed it, but more importantly, I think for me, here's to a healthier 2021.
Yeah.
If nothing else, a healthier 2021.
Yes.
Thank you. Mwah!